Hello everyone, I'd like to welcome you again to another unboxing of HS Philippines. So today we have another very special box that just arrived. So it's something that we haven't done in a very long time. It's an AMD based ROG laptop and I'm very excited to share this with you. So it comes in the new Strix box that we have for our new generation of Strix laptops. So this one is the GL702ZC. So as the name implies, it's a 17-inch and supposedly it's a thinner laptop. But we have a couple of surprises here for you today. And before we get things started, let me get this straight. It's currently exclusive for ROG laptops in the world and locally. It's something that was bestowed to us by our vendor because of course ROG is the #1 gaming laptop brand in the whole world and locally, and it's only fitting that ROG and Asus is the first one to have such technology available on laptop. And so without further ado, let's unbox this beauty. Okay, so this is the box, just to give you a quick overview. So yeah, there you can see GL702ZC. It's ROG Strix. Okay, so let's open it up. It's quite heavy actually. Must be lots of things inside. Okay, so wow, this is the new box. It comes in the new black with chrome design. So let's get this laptop first. So what we have here is a demo sample. So I think there are no bundled accessories yet. So this isn't the final retail box, although it'll be very similar to what you'll get. ROG logo here, some padding here, so, a lot of protection. But let's set this aside for now. Let's focus on the laptop. Okay, wow, it's quite huge. It's something that you would normally see on laptops circa around 2010 onwards, but there's a very logical explanation for this one. So I'm thinking it's about 35 to 40 mm thick. So I'll just give you a view. But there's plenty of exhaust fans around the laptops. Plenty of ROG design going all around. So you get your RJ45 LAN port, your DC port, a display port, an HDMI port, a Type-C with Thunderbolt 3, and a USB 3.0 and your headphone jack. Over here you get 2 more USB. Yes, it's also USB 3. Get your SD card and of course your Kensington lock. So this is the chrome light design that I was telling you about. So it's chrome when it's turned off, but when you turn it on, it turns red as you would with other ROG laptops. Just open design. Okay, so sorry, I turned it off the other way around. Okay, so it comes. So it's the usual ROG Strix design that you'll find. Full metal all over. Red accents, red highlights, ROG logo here, Republic of Gamers here. Trackpad is very smooth. It's Windows precision drivers. Here's your LED indicators. You have 2 huge speakers on the left and right. So it's a full spaced keyboard. You get your Strix logo here, and let's try to start it up. Okay, so while we're starting it up, there's something I'd like to tell you about this. So when they said that ROG was going to be the first laptop with Ryzen, everybody was expecting, oh, I wonder how Ryzen's going to perform on mobile. I mean, they're going to reduce the number of cores, they're going to downsize the clock, they're going to cap it. But what we do have here today is something very different, something that I think only ROG is able to. Something that only ROG is able to do. We put an actual desktop Ryzen in this laptop. So this is a full Ryzen processor that you can normally buy in a shop and then put it in your desktop motherboard. That's what we did for this laptop. So So it's showing welcome to your Asus PC. So it's the usual free downloads that you can get from Asus. It's the gift box, but we'll skip that later. So it's red backlight keyboard. So, oh, I was surprised. So it's not only the ROG logo that actually glows red, but also the sides. So that's a very cool feature, I think. Okay, so let's set it up. So as I'm talking about the processor, there's something that I want to show you. So let's exit the app first. Okay, now let's go to Task Manager. Okay, so where we want to go is performance, and what I want to show you is, look at that, 16 logical cores. Yes, that's 8 cores and 16 threads on a laptop, on a portable laptop. So yes, it might not be as thin and light as most gaming laptops are going nowadays, but this is the full power of Ryzen, and it comes with a GTX 580 8GB. So the Ryzen 7 is going to be very exciting for multimedia enthusiasts and content creators out there, because the sheer number of cores are seriously going to help you in rendering and encoding. For gaming, it'd still be very dependent on what the GPU is, but early benchmarks of the RX 580 from other media review sites and early reviews of the laptop show that it does beat the GTX 1060. So as far as pricing goes, there is nothing that we can confirm to you yet, but we're looking at around $119,995. So the pricing gap between the current i7 plus 1060 versus this one is roughly about 200 USD, given that of course you get a more powerful processor. That's the Ryzen 7's 1700 versus the i7 7700 HQ versus the RX 580 and the 1060. So specifications are roughly going to be the same. You'll get your 16 gigs of RAM, 1 terabyte, 7200 RPM, and 128 gig of SSD, although that's both upgradable up to 2 terabyte of hard drive and up to 1 terabyte of PCIe and VMe SSD, and of course your RAM is up to 64 gigs. So what else do we talk about? There will also be a Ryzen 5 version for those who think that the Ryzen 7 is too expensive. We're looking, of course, below the i7 7700 HQ, although in comparison, the Ryzen 5 1600 is a 6-core with 12 thread. So that's surely going to be a big boost also to your multimedia rendering. Perhaps price is going to be about $19,995. So that's much more similar to the 15-inch version of the i7 plus 1060. So there you have it for benchmarks and full in-depth reviews. We'll maybe revisit that in a later video, but for now what we wanted to do is show you the overall build quality and the form factor that we have. So just to give you an overall view also, so there's a bit of flex on this side. Oh, there's some flex on the left side of the laptop, but not so much on the other side. So it's a bit hollow here. I think this is where they put most of the fans also for the processor. Okay, so they put a lot of good space here for heat to escape. Okay, and here it's pretty much okay. So let's see, there's not much twisting, so it's pretty solid. I mean, it's the usual that you would get. Nothing. So what I really like though is this glowing logo. So currently I don't feel any heat right now. We're not really doing anything, but with great power comes great responsibility, and I think we really need some serious cooling for this one. So let's put this back in for now, and I'll see you again in future updates and future videos for the Ryzen. So for now, stay tuned and keep looking at our page for further news and updates. So I do have special information for you guys though. We will launch the Ryzen GL702 gaming laptop by end of the month. That's end of September, and it will be available on shelf by Christmas time. Well, actually, we're looking at early October, so time to save up. Ryzen is coming. Thank you.